Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about one specific thing you're not doing as a day trader, which might be why you are losing a lot. Okay, so day trading was hard for me until I found this, and I found this particular lecture from watching IT's videos. He has a lot of videos on his YouTube channel with a lot of playlists and strategies. So I had to pick this particular one from ICT's video and applied it to my day trading and everything, my win rate, everything elevated. I used to be this person that would go every day with no edge and start looking for setup. Means I'll open my system when I wake up from sleep in the morning and start looking for support or resistance or other blocks to mitigate or breakout structures to trade. But if you're doing that, then you're doing everything wrong. So sit tight and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want more videos like this. If you find this video insightful, you should hit that like button. So now I want to ask you, if you look at the chart, what first comes to your mind? I believe everybody here have gone to high school, that's secondary school. If you look at the chart, something strict comes to your mind, right? The chart is like a graph, and I think at some point we all plotted graph in secondary school. I don't know which courses you offered, but at some point in school we plotted graph in mathematics, right? Now the chart is like a graph. First you have this side, which is the price side, and the bottom side, which is the what, which is the time side. Now, one thing I was doing very wrong, which I believe some of you are also doing very wrong, is not acknowledging the bottom side. So all you look at is just the price, and you fail to look at the time, right? So in a graph, we have a y and x axis, or a x and y axis, any I want to put it. So now let's assume that on the chart, this side, the vertical bar is the x-axis, while the horizontal bar is the what? Is the y-axis. So the x-axis is what? Price, and the y-axis is what? Time. So what we do, or what you do, is only focusing on price and ignoring time. Now, I want to believe that there's an algorithm that makes this market tick, because all of these things are coded, right? It's not just random. It was coded by some kind of machine I don't know about. So that means this algorithm has to function with time. It doesn't just stick. If you want a market that runs 24/7, no algorithm, that's where you see synthetic market or crypto market. But in this market, everything is programmed, right? So there's a time where volatility kicks in, and there's a time where volatility is low, and there's a time where the price doesn't move at all, which is of course during the weekend. So this is indices, and of course I trade indices. If you've been following this channel for a while now, you will know that. Now, let's talk about the price side. So the price side is what we use when we talk about buying or selling or setting our stop losses or our take profit. So let's say you want to buy from some point here and price moves in your favor, or you want to sell at some point here and price moves in your favor. But are you do you really check when to buy or when to sell, or you just come into the chart every day and click buy and sell once you see a break of structure or another block or a supply and demand or support or resistance? So first I want to explain these things to you. There's what we call trading sessions. In trading, there's what we call trading sessions. So you have to understand these sessions. You can pick your notes and write it down. First we have the Asian session, now we have the London session, and we also have the New York session. So the New York session is the highest, has the highest trading volume, right? So if you look at the chart now, this is a 15-minute time frame, and there's 3 days in this chart. I think if you look at the chart, look at the volatility. All these big movements happens mainly in the what? In the New York session. London session moves too, but not as heavy as New York session. So let's use some indicator. Let's use some indicator to help us demarcate this stuff. So first I want to calibrate my chart. But before you do that, I would like you to come to this settings here. You can see on the bottom right, there's something here. You can click on that and change your time zone to New York, right? UTC -4. It could be -5, depending on when you're watching this video. Just change that to New York. If it's on any time zone, just make sure you change it to New York. Now, I could do this with a vertical line, right? I could do this with the vertical line, but I have an indicator for that. You can just search for central session timelines and modify it to give you a vertical line at every New York opening. So 12 a.m. is vertical line there. So this is the first day, second day, third day, and this is the fourth day. So you can see we have 4 days of data on the screen, right? Now, what do we do first? How do we know where or when is Asian session and the rest of the sessions? So I use this FX market session. You can find this indicator and it's for free. Once you click on that, you can of course modify the indicators. I'm going to show you my settings on the screen, so you can pause the video and make sure you set it like this. Or if you are not in Nigeria, you can use your local time to modify this indicator in the best way that will suit you, right? So first we have Asian session, which is ticked, and we have New York AM, New York PM. I'm going to untick New York PM since it's the same thing with New York AM, and London session, which is ticked, right? Every of these sessions are shaded. So first we have what, like I said, we have what? We have Asian session. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, so Asian session is shaded something kind of orange. I think that was a red color I put there, but I don't know why it's showing like orange. Maybe the opacity is low or something. I don't know. But that's Asian session. Now, so let's say you come to the chart when price is at Asian session. You can see the volatility there, and you look at the higher time frame. There's nothing, or let's say your POI mitigates at Asian session. Of course, this kind of things happen, but it's very rare. Or you start going to the lower time frame, like 1 minute or 5 minute time frame, to start looking for a breakup structure to trade that session. It's very, very poor. You can see because there's nothing to trade there actually. The session lacks volatility. You can see how price is just consolidating in that session. To me, I think Asian session is always the accumulation for the day. You can see it's like 1 hour after New York opening. So it's like just the accumulation for the day. If you don't understand what I mean by accumulation of the day, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch the weekly AMD or the weekly power of three, or you can go to ICT of course and watch weekly power of three. Right. So now that is Asian session. This with this shaded color, this color is light, so you might not see it, but the second one there is London session. Now, if you set this time, if you set apply this indicator, you can see that if you're not in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, I've already shown you the settings. You can pause it and apply it on yours. Now you can see this Asian session is from what is from 7 p.m. New York time to what 1 a.m. Why London starts from 2 a.m. New York time to what to 7 a.m. Now you can see New York, sorry, now you can see Asian have low volatility, but London have a higher volatility than Asian, but New York have the highest volatility. Now in New York, I like to divide it into two because there you're talking about the New York AM. The AM is what 8 o'clock to 12. That's the morning session. Then after 12 to 1, which is the lunch break, of course, you have 1 o'clock to what to 4, which is the New York PM session. All of those two sessions have the highest volatility. You can see the session after New York AM is New York PM. With this amount of volatility, this is the best time to trade. Some people also trade on London, but I don't fancy trading on London. Right now, after that day is done, after New York PM is done, we have another what Asian session, we have another London session, we have another New York session. This, of course, was Thursday, getting into Good Friday. So the market did not tick well on this day, right? So now the day before, which is on Tuesday, you can see a perfect example of the volatility I'm talking about. So you see Asian session, of course, consolidates. London session has small volatility, and then New York session has all of this volatility. So now you understand time and price, right? You don't just go into the chart looking for setup at any given time. You don't just go and start looking for break of structure or whatever is it you're looking for. You have a specific time as a day trader. where you want to come to the chart and trade, because that's where you have volatility. And trust me, if you trade with using this particular knowledge, time and price, you could close your trades in less than 2 hours. This particular trade actually took this long. If you pick yourself from here, you can see that in less than 2 hours you would have already taken TP, and this is a lot of RR if you know what you're doing there. Of course, I know what I want to do there, and if you like to if you like to join my private class to learn more of the time and price, which particular kill zone I use, what is it I'm looking for at this particular time of the day, then you can hit go to my Telegram channel. From my Telegram channel, comment on any of the newest message you see there that you want to join, and of course I'll contact you. I don't DM first, so I'll reply to you with my email or with my Telegram username. I don't DM you first. So I don't do account management. Beware and beware of scammers. I think you make better trading decisions now, knowing the sessions that have high volatility and when to stay off the charts, right? So if you like this video, like I said, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell. So if I drop any video, you'll be the first to know. Until next time.